All right, good Thursday morning. Thanks for watching our First Alert live stream. Getting on live here on YouTube, on Roku, on Facebook, and other places where you can get some good weather information, including our First Alert weather apps. Today is a First Alert weather day, and it wasn't a First Alert weather day through last night. We've been tracking this weather maker coming in, and when I came in the Weather Center this morning, I was kind of pouring through some of the latest information, and I was looking at some of the projected rainfall from some of the thunderstorms that we're expecting later this afternoon. And I thought to myself, that's a lot of rain. It wouldn't be surprising if, especially from Green Bay and Southwest through tonight, some folks are picking up 1 or 2+ inches of rain, not everywhere, but in spots. And I thought, wow, that's a lot of rain coming down in short order. And what that does for me as a meteorologist, it makes me think, okay, are we going to get any standing water? Are we going to get any flash flooding? Is that going to happen when people are driving home from work later today? So, out of an abundance of caution, we decided to pull the trigger on today being a First Alert weather day. It looks like a situation where this is not a classic severe weather situation, but more of a heavy rain potential. Let's put it that way. All right, let's go outside. All right, we've got a live view from our Green Bay sky cam. A little bit of haze. Otherwise, we've got a partly sunny sky. Temperature is 74 degrees. The air is calm. It's kind of muggy. The dew point is at 70. That is some very tropical air. And when you don't have wind blowing around, it gets kind of stagnant. And that's pretty much what the Packers are going to be dealing with as they have their training camp. That starts at 10:30, so just under 2 hours from now. Temperatures by then should be right around or just above 80 degrees. All right, so our next weather maker, prompting that First Alert weather day, scattered thunderstorms. They'll be coming in this afternoon, and locally heavy rainfall is the big concern. So your severe weather outlook is now in the moderate category. The storms that develop later today are going to be slow movers. Remember a couple weeks ago, we had that storm system sit over top of Manawa, and there was all that rain, and then the dam gave way. And I'm not saying this is going to be the same thing. I'm not saying that. What I am saying, though, is that we're going to have a slow-moving area of low pressure, the upper-level winds not really pushing those storms very quickly, and because the air is so saturated, any storms that blow up are not going to move very fast. And as they drift across the area, they could dump a lot of rain in spots quickly. And then all of a sudden, you've got an inch of rain. All of a sudden, you've got 2 inches of rain. And that's where we have possibly some problems with, standing water, especially in low-lying spots, maybe even a little bit of some flash flooding here and there. Scattered thunderstorms. So not everybody's going to get them, but where they hit, they could hit heavy. So here's First Alert Viper Max. We've got some rain west of the Fox Valley. And leading into sunrise, as this rain was pushing through western Wisconsin, there was definitely a trend for it to weaken. But if you look at the radar over the past hour, this rain and now embedded thunderstorms is holding together. And this actually could be interesting because not only is this getting closer and closer to Packers training camp, which again is in under 2 hours, but if we get some rain this morning, it might help to stabilize the atmosphere a little bit for the afternoon. And that might take a little edge off of some of those afternoon thunderstorms. So what I'm trying to say is that the data that we had earlier this morning didn't really latch on very nicely with the morning rain that's pushing in right now. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. I'll get a little bit closer here. So it's dry in Oshkosh, Appleton, and east, but when you get into western Winnebago County and beyond, that's where you got rain, and we get the yellows and the reds. There's some pockets of heavier rain. I see not too far from Wapaka, just to the north, there's a fresh flash of lightning that's within the past 5-10 minutes. And so there's a couple embedded thunderstorm cells just trying to bubble up in the humid, unstable atmosphere, and this is all pushing in our direction. What you're getting here this morning west of the Fox Valley, this is not what I'm tremendously worried about. I'm more concerned about what's going to happen during the afternoon hours as this coincides with the peak heating of the day. So look at First Alert Viper Max, and you can see the past 3 hours. And we'll loop this again. Notice how it seemed like the rain and storms kind of weakened, and all of a sudden the rain just kind of blew up again in central Wisconsin. So this is not necessarily following script to what the forecast originally had. I mean, I still think we're on track, that it's going to be a partly sunny day with showers and thunderstorms, and some this afternoon could have heavy rain. But the rain that's going on this morning could impact the intensity of the rain this afternoon, and also the placement of where those thunderstorms pop up. We'll see. It's a very fluid situation. We're just trying to get more data in the Weather Center from what's going on the radar, what's going on with the computer models. It's like putting puzzle pieces together. We're just trying to put the puzzle pieces together, get a clear picture. But we do feel confident enough that with some storms having heavy rain this afternoon, it's worthy of making this a first alert weather day. So for the rest of today, partly sunny, mostly cloudy. Rain mainly west of the Fox Valley through 10 a.m. And then in the midday and the afternoon, showers and thunderstorms will become a bit more likely. Some towards the drive time home could have the heavy downpours. We'll have a high of 85 degrees, but we'll be in the 70s this evening. So there's low pressure. It's swirling near Rochester, Minnesota. And as it glides down towards the lower Great Lakes, there's going to be some severe weather near Indianapolis down towards Cincinnati. Closer to home in northeast Wisconsin, that bright green color there, that is a level 1 risk of severe weather on the Storm Prediction Center's 1 to 5 scale, 5 being the most serious. A 1 is a marginal risk. This is a very so-so risk of severe weather. There might be a strong to borderline severe storm through this evening, so isolated severe weather. And in a classic severe weather situation, you're thinking about damaging winds and you're thinking about hail. And yeah, maybe there's a storm out there that has some wind and hail. But really, it's the heavy rain. That's what's doing it for me. So here's First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. And we'll put this into motion here with the dew point. This is our hour-by-hour dew point forecast. Look at that. It just stays near 70. This is tropical air. I mean, we're not in Tahiti. We're not in the Bahamas. We're in northeast Wisconsin. Well, guess what? This sultry air is sitting in place, and it is fuel for thunderstorms. All you need is a disturbance to get this water vapor to rise quickly into these towering clouds that can turn into thunderstorms, and all of it gets wrung out like a sponge. So First Alert Pinpoint Predictor, this is our updated version. We just ran this, and so you're actually getting a fresh look at this compared to what we had during Action 2 News this morning. And it seems like it's doing a little bit of a better job trying to latch on to that midday rain, and it kind of has it from Appleton and northwest up through lunchtime. And then watch what happens later in the afternoon. See how those heavier thunderstorms fill in behind it? Wausau, Wapaka, that's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And that shifts south and east into the Fox cities. So 7 o'clock early this evening, the heaviest rain, according to Pinpoint Predictor, Oshkosh, Green Lake County, Fond du Lac County. You know what? Green Lake County Fair and the Winnebago County Fair are going on tonight. Not the best night. Thunderstorms could be heavy. Temperatures will be dropping back into the 70s. I'm not saying don't go. I hate to be that guy, but there are better nights ahead. And then the thunderstorms kind of drift south and east out of the area slowly. Notice that they didn't move very quickly, and that's the problem. These thunderstorms are going to be just drifting, and the rain is going to really pile up. I mean, look at this. You're looking at through 10 o'clock tonight, Anago, Wapaka, down towards Fond du Lac, those areas of purple, that's like 1 to 3 inches of rain. And so, you know, you put that into low-lying areas, that's where there might be some flash flooding going on. And, you know, the standing water might be an issue as people are trying to drive home from work. Right now, temperatures are mostly in the 70s. We're still at 69 in Rhinelander and in Lakewood, but it's 74 in Green Bay. That matches our temperature in Kewaunee and Sister Bay. Right now, 75 degrees in Appleton. We'll see a high of 85, closer to the low 80s in the Northwoods, in the Fox Valley, and about 80 Lakeside. Partly sunny to mostly cloudy. Scattered thunderstorms developing. Heavy rain is possible. Warm, humid. Our First Alert Weather Day continues for tonight. Storms will be especially south of Green Bay. After midnight, some clearing and muggy, low temperature of 68. For anybody with boating interests on the water, thunderstorms are possible. South winds backing to the east. You know, backing is the opposite of veering. It's when the wind direction is going counterclockwise on a compass. Veering is when it goes clockwise, if anybody really cares. So wind from the south backing to the east at 5 to 10 knots, waves 2 feet or less. So here's the first alert, super 7-day forecast. 85 today, then upper 80s for Friday, and for Saturday, the heat index those 2 days probably getting into the low 90s. Most of those days will be dry and mostly sunny, but tomorrow there's probably going to be an isolated thunderstorm somewhere. And Saturday, probably dry during the day, but maybe, just maybe, at the end of Packers family night, maybe a storm sneaks in. This is the forecast that we're going with for Packers family night. Tailgaters, 89. The scrimmage kickoff, that's 7:30, 84. Fireworks. And the fireworks, you know, it depends. I think sometimes the fireworks show is during the 9 o'clock hour. Sometimes it's closer to 10. I can't say there's a specific time that happens. And it might be weather dependent, by the way. Fireworks, upper 70s. Now, I'm going to go back into our first alert super 7-day forecast. And let's give you a first alert on Saturday evening. So this is Pinpoint Predictor, Saturday afternoon, sunny, hazy, hot, humid. Let's stop it right as the scrimmage starts for Packers family night. This is 7:30. You see what's going on in the North Woods? Yeah, showers, thunderstorms, and we see the red there, that's where there's heavy rain, and it drifts south and east, and it gets very close to Green Bay. That's 10 o'clock. That's probably on the later end of when the fireworks might happen. So if this is correct, if the timing of this is correct, the Packers would squeeze in family night, the scrimmage, the fireworks, and then when people are driving home, maybe some thunderstorms head in from the north. If this comes in any slower, well, we'll be fine. But if this cluster of storms comes in any quicker, we may not be fine. So it might be a close call whether these storms sneak in at the very tail end of Packers family night. And it seems like a rite of passage. Packers family night or a preseason game. It seems like a lot of years there's a storm that comes in and washes things out, and everybody runs from the seats into the concourse. Anyway, we'll watch it closely. We'll first alert you to any new data that we get, so make sure you're watching us on air and online the next few days. And of course, follow what's going on with our forecast with our free WBAY First Alert Weather app. If you are not watching this live stream on your phone or your tablet, you can use your phone or tablet to scan the QR code over there on the left side of that screen. You just take your camera on your phone and then it'll pull it up. You can just tap it, download it for free. Doesn't cost you a dime. Comes in really handy. Again, we're getting more information in the Weather Center on what's going on with the rain this morning and the threat of storms this afternoon. And, of course, that thunder threat that could sneak in for Saturday night. And as we get more information, we're going to first alert you and update you on air and online. Meteorologist Bo Fogel, he'll be in the Weather Center real soon. He'll be looking through the latest data, and he'll be updating my forecast, probably adding some tweaks. And that way you're getting the very latest on what's going on. All right, so there's me. Enough of me. All right, so thank you for watching our live stream. Again, watch out for storms of heavy rain today on this first alert weather day, and then the focus shifts to the heat again as we go to tomorrow and as we go into Saturday. Heat indices Friday and Saturday afternoons getting into the lower 90s, and then we'll watch out for that storm threat as we go into Saturday night. And then the heat relief. Did you see that in the 7-day forecast? I didn't talk about it, but our highs will fall back into the 70s next week, and the muggy air will go down. And I think that'll be a nice change that a lot of people are looking forward to. All right, thanks for watching our First Alert live stream. We've got Action 2 News mid-morning at 9 o'clock, and that's coming up in just under 10 minutes. We hope to see you there, and have a great day. Take care.